first day of kindergarten is a very big deal.
Yes, it is. The big transition can be scary for a kindergartner and even more so for the parents of a kindergartner. So how do you make the first day of school a success? Beth Grau is the Sorensen Professor of Early Childhood Education at UW-Madison, and she is a former kindergarten teacher herself. Beth, welcome to Live at 4.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you. So this really is a momentous milestone.
It is.
Is it still as big a step as it's always been?
It is. And I think it's probably more traumatic for parents. Children, I mean, it is a change for children, but there's this halo around kindergarten that regardless of how much child care experience or whether the child went to 4K, it's the start of real school.
And I think it's because every parent knows they're in diapers 1 minute and then the next minute they're going to school. And that transition of them growing up you're almost in a state of denial about it for a long time.
And you're afraid that when they come back on the bus, they'll have a driver's license and get ready to go.
Exactly.
When I was growing up, eons ago, there was no daycare, there was no preschool. We just went to kindergarten. That was the first time actually being away from home.
Yep.
It was pretty traumatic.
Yes.
So is it as bad now as it was then?
I think it's a different kind of experience now. I think children recognize being away from home and being part of a group for the most part, and following directions from somebody that isn't in their family. But the pace of kindergarten, I think, is the thing that children experience in a way that it can be overwhelming at times. So even if a child has been in childcare since 6 weeks old, kindergarten it asks children to respond in particular ways to activities in a classroom.
So how can you prepare them for that?
I think that there's a lot of kind of laying the groundwork so they know what to expect. So doing things like having them get up at the same time that they're going to get up every day. Don't leave that to the last day. Driving them or walking them the way that they're going to go to school, so that if they're going to walk, they know where to go. And if they're on the bus, they can start finding marks so they know what to expect. Having them practice being self-reliant, doing things like putting their own shoes on, putting their backpack on. Putting a backpack on is really complicated, particularly when you're almost the same size as the backpack. So having them have a strategy to do that is really good.
And do you think parents have to check their own emotions and be positive and not get, too emotional and upset?
I think that helps the child to do that. I remember my 26-year-old, when he went to kindergarten, as soon as he got on the bus, which he did kicking and screaming, I just burst into tears.
I did too.
And I managed to wait until he got on the bus. But I think holding it together for them is something that's going to give them a lot of ease.
But a step forward.
Yep, exactly.
Big step.
Yeah. You still cry when Matthew goes to college.
Oh, I still do. I mean, what you just said is exactly what happened. I blinked my eye and he was driving a car and now he's in college. But it's such a joyous milestone too.
It really is exciting. What I would tell parents is enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because 5- and 6-year-olds are, I think, the top level of human development.
Pure sugar.
Yep, exactly.
Beth, thanks for being with us
Great
today.
to see you, Beth. Have a great year.
Thanks.